What is going on, fellas? My name is DanCBearded. My subscribers call me the trusted teacher for anything that has to do with a beard, positivity, teaching, coaching, family, candy. If it's good, you name it, we probably cover it here. Well, today is all about the neck gap, or the beard gap, where your beard is supposed to meet your neck to make it look full. I'm gonna have two really big pieces of advice for you guys to be able to cover that spot and make it look as strong of a beard as possible. Now, this topic came up when I first started growing my beard to what I consider a medium or long beard. I was taking selfies, I was seeing myself on camera, I was talking to people, looking in the mirror square on, and I'm like, man, that beard is nice, my coverage is full. And then I saw guys on Instagram posting Side Beard Saturday, and they're taking selfies of their side beard, and I was like, sweet, let me do that. When I took that selfie a couple years ago, I was like, whoa, I got a spot missing on the side of my beard. Now, I wanted to figure out through trial, testing, research, how I could fill that in. Now, let me show you the spot that I'm talking about there. I'll show you both sides here, and then we'll go over it. So this is the spot where your beard is supposed to be meeting your neck. Now, for me, I feel like I have pretty good coverage here. We're talking about this area right here. The spot on your beard is called the connector, and we'll talk all about that. Talking right there. Let me show you the other side so you guys can get that full symmetrical view. Okay, right here where your beard is meeting your neck. Sorry if the sound is not picking up here, but talking about right there. A couple different views, angles. Bam. Now that is what I consider pretty good coverage. I feel like mine is connected now and there's not a big gap, but literally a couple of years ago that was not the case. Same genetics, same coverage, I just was doing a couple things wrong. So if you stay tuned, I'm going to show you one, how to avoid trimming into that neck gap, and two, how to style it on a daily basis to get the most out of what you have for that coverage. So if you want to learn those things, just hang on, check out the video. Tip number one to removing your neck gap. The tip is straightforward. Do not over trim your connectors. Getting right to the point, these hairs right here that are going straight down from your sideburns to where the corner would be, right? Down, angle, you have a corner. Those hairs need to be longer than the rest of the hairs in your beard. What I mean by that is when I first started trimming my beard, I wanted to go for that classic wedge shape, right? Your beard feels like it's a wedge that could fit into something that is smaller at the front, bigger at the base. And I thought, well, that makes sense. I'm just gonna zoom, cut it straight down. However, that's not the case. You'll get the wedge down here, but you'll be missing that neck gap up here. So what you need to do is leave these hairs at the corner a little bit longer than the rest of the beard, and then you need to train them to curl underneath. An easy way to train them to curl underneath is get yourself a good round brush. I prefer a boar's hair brush on the inside with long teeth on the outside. And you're just gonna take that, and instead of spinning away, you're going to spin in and under your beard. And that's gonna get those hairs nice and trained, so they're gonna go here and loop under to connect everything and fill in that gap. That is really, really important. Do not over trim your connectors for tip number one. If you have any questions on that trimming process, please leave a comment down below. I do have a full, it's like 20-minute trim video where I trim my own beard, every part of it. I take you guys step by step. I don't cut anything out, no edits. You guys can watch the whole thing through. If you just look up DanC Trim, I'm sure you can find it there. And it shows you how I attack those connectors on the side. Tip number two is styling on a daily basis to get the most out of what you have. If you are going to a barber and they're trimming properly, if you've learned how to trim those connectors properly, now it's all about styling what you got. And there is a process to this. Now, you guys have all seen morning routine videos. You've seen mine, you've seen others. We know that you want to comb down and you also want to comb up and out. But that process of combing up and out is going to lift that gap and create more space from your beard, especially when we're talking about down here. So you gotta have a way that brings the beard back down again, but you also get the benefits of combing up and out. So I'm gonna show you that process here. So just like you did in the morning, I'm combing through my beard, going everything down, and then I'm gonna take it underneath, and I'm gonna comb up and out. What this is going to do is give me a blank canvas to work from. But when I do that, there is a huge gap now because my beard is flatter and going out here. So what I recommend is a couple of things. One is get a good beard butter. I'm going to be using the Husky beard butter today because that's what I have in beard right now. Now I'm going to take this beard cream or beard butter. That's going to be step one for me. I'm just going to get a little bit, just a fingertip amount here, because this is going to be the actual focus of the spot of my beard. I'm not doing anything else other than styling it here. I do prefer beard butter over beard balm for this because it gives it more of a natural hold rather than a stiff hold. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hands, I'm going to go from the side. I'm going to come in here raking in that gap and I'm going to be pulling the hairs down. Okay? And then I'm going to take my fingers and I'm going to be going back through like this. This is now separating that combing process out a little bit. And here's a big part, is my thumbs are now in that beard butter. And I'm going to go underneath and I'm going to push everything together to a ponytail position. And I'm really going to create some space below on that beard. You can use that pinch to zoom method and really get underneath the beard here. And wherever you feel that space, wherever you feel that gap, you should be trying to fill it with your fingers. Now, this is all your hair. This is not some crazy optical illusion. It's your beard. You're just filling in a spot that's going to stay with that style all day. Okay, now that we have that base filled in, we combed out, we used their beard butter, and we filled in with the fingers. My last step to filling in that spot is a round brush. Now, this is not something I use every day. Now, with my length and gravity, my beard will fill in that gap. But especially when I was 2 to 3 inches shorter of a beard, and especially when I was trimming improperly and I had to wait for time to help me out, this was a huge tool. I'm going to get really down low on my neck, and I'm going to roll that forward here. I'm going to see if I can show you guys. And what I'm doing is I'm rolling towards the ground. That is going to give me a little bit of depth in there. It's going to have those hairs, instead of just going straight down, they're going to curl in a little bit towards my neck. And that's going to give me the illusion of having that full spot. So when you look at the side now, if you were to get in there with a microscope, you would see that those hairs are curved down and in because of this round brush. Down towards the neck. And that's really going to fill that in. But your best tools are going to be these hands, right? Fill in those spots where you feel like you have a gap, and it's going to do you a lot of good just simply from an optical illusion type standpoint where people are looking at it, they see full space with hairs. Even if it's not the truest coverage of all time, you're styling it to look like it is as your beard's filling in, as your neckline is catching up, as your connectors are catching up, and that's all that matters is what it looks like. So, those are steps 1 and 2. Let me hit you with some final thoughts. Final thoughts in conclusion on the neck gap or the beard gap where your connectors are supposed to be. Whew, this was an issue that I did not know existed until I took that side beard selfie. If you've never seen your beard from the side, guys, I highly recommend you pause the video right now, take a little selfie with the camera out here, and see what your beard looks like. Also move your neck around at different spots. You want to tuck the chin up, you want to bring it down, and show all the different ways that you would be out in person, in life. Because when we look in the mirror, we only see this face on. Everybody else sees a 360 view of us. So you want to know what your beard and your appearance looks like from all angles. So check it out and see what it has. Leave a comment down below. Do you think you have a beard gap? Is this something you were aware of before? Is it something that is new to you? Let us know down in the comments. And then also, any of our experienced beardsmen out there, is there anything that you have done to help that trick, to help that spot as your beard is filling in, as you're learning to style it? Are you doing something different than what I have? I love when you guys add in some tips and tricks and you guys kind of comment on each other like, hey, that's a great idea, thank you. I really appreciate you guys chipping in here. This is a full class discussion, not just the trusted teacher, but it's everybody in on this. All right, I hope that this was a video that's gonna help out some people, give them confidence, give them a fuller looking beard. Whew, the trusted teacher, DanCBearded. As always, guys, stay bearded and stay positive.